The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser-cut dice towers, tokens, and more developed by a gamer for gamers and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts.
So you're saying it's kind of like magic. I just talk right there and people hear it?
Yes, Coughran, that's exactly right.
So kind of like the message cantrip. I just learned that.
That's true. Let's think about it that way. You speak, and then kind of like group message. Lots of people can hear it all at once.
Well, all right. I guess we should talk about what we were going to talk about.
Yep, let's go ahead. What do you got?
Well, I just want to thank all the folks out there that's been listening around the campfire or wherever you listen to our story, and it sure has been exciting. So, thank you. And what's the word? All right, subscribing and also liking and sharing and giving us a rating, anywhere from 1 to 5 jackalopes.
Stars, Coughran, but I like jackalopes. That's good. I'll see if we can figure that out.
Well, yeah, I just, supposing.
Okay, very good. Anyway, anything else that you want to say before we wrap up?
Nope, just thank you all very much. And I'm going to go see what kind of troubles Onimus has gotten into while I've been over here, and we'll go. One last thing, Brooke.
Yes, sir?
You seem awful familiar.
Coughran, I don't doubt that you feel that way a lot.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin with a tragic past.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a Habbo and Halfling druid searching for a new life.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a half-elf rogue with a past he can't seem to escape.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Coughran Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer setting out to understand his own arcane gifts.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Caliban Frontier.
Your explorations of the Temple of Nightmare led you to a well. A well quite deep, the water quite dark. But diving in, you found that it basically kind of circled back around, much like the U-bend of a pipe. And you found yourselves jumping out on the other side, deeper down into the hidden depths of this temple. Stepping deeper down a corridor, all of a sudden,
Kobold!
You found yourselves beset upon by a group of kobolds. They have just finished up their surprise attacks on you, poor Gideon. So we're gonna roll back around to the start of our initiative order. And first up is actually one of my kobolds. So you see jumping up onto a pile of rubble. It's hard to tell in the gloom, but with your dark vision, Gideon, you do see that these kobolds are difficult to see first off because they are pitch black, but they seem to either have obtained or have painted themselves with this almost slightly phosphorescent, bright green paint. So they have this war paint all over them. However, this one that kind of leaps up onto a pile of rubble, you see a glow around the creature's hands as it brings them down and energy starts to swirl and form up into this orb. And it's a quite familiar spell as this kobold casts chromatic orb, sending it your way. However, it is going to miss with just an 11. So yeah, so this very bright green ball of acid that it starts to form and it tosses in your direction. You do manage to duck down and avoid it as it just sails over the top of your head.
I imagine I do a Matrix type thing and it passes over me, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that is that for my sorcerer. However, again, you still are at the entrance of this corridor with these 2 kobolds directly to the left and right of you. And they are going to once more attempt to shank you in the kidneys. And they do get pack tactics because they have friends. So, kobold the first, a 23. For 5 points of piercing. His buddy is going to aim for your other kidney, but with only a 12, you're going to get out of the way before he can actually manage to land the hit. The other 2 that you see, so again, there's one about the middle of the room, and he's got a buddy catty corner to him. They are both pulling out their slings and throwing rocks in your general direction. 14, I don't believe will hit, and then, 17?
17 is exactly what you need.
Okay. So that will be another 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock bonks you on your head. All right, that is going to be it for my kobolds, or at least some of my kobolds. Zonimus, you're up.
So far, that was 4 kobolds.
You see 4 kobolds. 2, again, are basically to the left and right, immediate left and right of Gideon. The other 2 are about the middle of the room. The sorcerer is on the very far end of the room, so the furthest away from the door.
So the one that is closest to Gideon. Well, first I'm going to continue sneaking around into the opening.
Okay.
The one that's closest to Gideon, I'm going to flick a card at.
Okay.
And to hit, that is 15.
15? Yes, will hit.
And the damage is 6.
Okay.
However, it is shackled. Until the automatic's turn, its speed is halved. It can't make more than 1 attack while its speed is reduced this way.
Okay.
And then I will do my fancy little disengage hide back into the shadows.
Okie dokes.
If I came out.
Sounds good. All right, so one of the kobolds is speed halved and kind of looking around like, what just happened? Okay, and that will bring us to Makran.
Can Makran move past the ones near Gideon, those four? Can he move past them without necessarily provoking?
So you have the 2, so Gideon's here, basically just past the door.
That's a 5-foot door.
Yeah.
Okay.
About a 5-foot door. So you can move through Gideon's space, and technically you would be moving through their space, but as long as you don't move out of their threat range, then they will not get an attack of opportunity.
Why is a benevolent DM?
Oh, yes?
With this being total darkness and them having glowing paint on them, would the effect of fairy fire be in play? Would there be an advantage on these rolls?
No.
Okay.
Because it's...
I tried.
Yeah, it's...
Said
They're not
barely. I
glowing,
believe
they're
the word that Ash used was barely phosphorescent.
Barely. Just, it's not a bright glow stick in a rave, okay?
Enough to see them.
Yeah, it's just basically like a glow stick the day after the rave. Still a little bit of glow, but not enough to really make a difference.
It's Kobold Mom and Chance.
Still a little bit of buzz, but not really tripping.
Yeah, exactly. So, as long as you don't move out of these 2 kobolds' threat range, then yes, you can do it without getting an attack of opportunity.
There you go. And the source, the one who threw the chromatic orb, is about 50 feet away?
Yeah, about 45, 50 feet away.
Okay. All right. For now, then, yeah, because he's Makran. He's going to stone sorcery, stone up, and go and get that increase to his armor class as his skin takes on that kind of crusty, earthen shape. And then he's going to dash to the sorcerer.
Okay, so you will get 1 attack of opportunity from one of the kobolds.
Okay.
And they don't have an ally within 5 feet of you, so they will just roll normally. So a little dagger comes out, but it's only a 14, which with your stone skin I don't believe will. Is the stone skin, is that a bonus action or a full action?
It's a full action.
Full action, okay.
Do that,
and can you dash as a bonus?
Oh, wait, those are 2. So I guess I can only move half the way then.
Yeah.
All right, very
Okay,
good.
just-
Move action.
Yeah,
and
just confirming.
Thank you very much.
So
Yes,
you get about halfway to
Yes.
almost to the kobold, not quite.
Yes, that makes
How
sense.
far away are the other kobolds?
So like I said, you have the 2 that are literally right next to you. The other 2 are about 10, 15 feet away from you. And then the kobold sorcerer is all the way across the other side of the room, about 50 feet away.
50 feet away. Okay.
And that's my move.
All right. So another kobold comes out of hiding. This one has like strapped to their body like a whole bunch of just random looks like junk, but they are within range of you to do a thing. And this kobold, you see, they kind of reach onto a little bandolier that they've got and they pull. It's not really a glass flask, but it is definitely like some sort of clay container that they're gonna lob right at you, Makran. And they were very well hidden, so they actually do get advantage on this roll. It'll be a 21.
That is a hit. Is he within 5 feet of me?
No, he is halfway across the room, Gideon. All right, so this flask of acid just comes out of nowhere. And that's going to be 4 points of acid damage as it connects. So it hits and it stings a little bit and it kind of eats a little bit through that stone skin that you've got. It's not pleasant. So that will bring us to Gideon.
I close my eyes and I seek the goddess Daga. And then when I open them, there's a divine light within me and I yell out, "By the power of Daga, I command you all to freeze." And I use my channel divinity to stun them.
And is there a range on that?
30 feet.
30 feet?
So
Okay.
everybody except for the sorcerer should.
So both the sorcerer and then the, let's call him a kobold inventor. They are outside of that range. But the 4 who are in your range, I will give them, or they will make, it's a wisdom save?
Constitution save. This is called Rebuke the Lawless.
Ah, yes.
Nicely done.
So we have a 15 for one of the ones next to you, but the other 3 are all going to fail with a 1, a 5, and another 5.
Wow, awesome. They are now stunned, which means you now have advantage on them.
And how long does that last, Gideon?
I was just thinking about that. For the next minute, or until they are attacked, or an ally uses an action to shake them out of their stupor.
Make it count.
So for a minute, they are stunned. Daga likes me.
That's awesome.
And in a bonus action, I shall cast Shield of Faith.
Okie dokes. That will bring us to Poppy.
Okay, my hand is on the wall. I can't see my hand in front of my face. Pitch black dark in here. I'm just hearing a lot of grunts. I've heard Gideon shout the words kobolds, and then in the name of Daga, freeze.
Which was a flash of light too, right?
Well, it's almost like that camera flash, and the effect of a
now
flash.
I'm just more
the effect of a flash in a dark room. Now she's just seeing spots.
Sorry, I tried to help. You're blind.
Logic.
So I am going. Also, I didn't say it at the time, but I'm really glad that I left Wildfire outside. I don't think he could swim. Well, enough of this. I'm not. This isn't who I am anymore. I'm not just a helpless little halfling on the wall. And I'm gonna do Flame Blade.
Also remember, you are still under the effects of the fear.
Okay.
Both you and Gideon. So you have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. So Flame Blade, but now I can see.
Yes. You have both a torch and a sword. It's amazing.
Haha! And that is a bonus action. So I'm in the room between me and the door. So did you make it into the room, Zonimus? Or are you still in the well room? Did you make it into the hall, I should say?
So I went into the hallway enough to throw a card at that 30 feet, within 30 feet of the one next to Gideon. So I guess I'm in the hallway still?
So I'm like alone in the well room right now.
Yeah, so Zonimus, in order to do what you wanted to do, you would have to be at least in that hallway.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
So you're probably the last one left in the well room. Gideon's kind of blocking the door. It's kind of rude.
Well, good news, I'm tiny. With my sword of fire.
Could I have moved?
Yeah, you can if you take one step forward.
Or on the other side of the kobold that is the one who didn't get stunned, so I can get on his other side of him.
Okay, yeah.
Clear, because if the other one's stunned, he's just sitting there for a minute. So
Yeah. So if you move, you'd have to move towards the northern corner of the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can move there without concern.
I just shift my step so you can now measure.
I mean, I could have just gone under your legs, but you don't want my fire sword under there, I'm sure.
Woohoo!
So,
Row that.
So when I look at these kobolds in these rooms, in this room, I should say, is it clear that some of them are stunned and one of them is not?
So Gideon, you moved closer to that one.
I move around the one who was not stunned.
Okay. Yeah. So you've kind of shifted around that one who's not stunned, and that one is obviously tracking Gideon. You know, because
Yeah.
the
He's
threat.
right there. He's big and scary.
The threat that has done something to his friends. So he's kind of tracking Gideon. The 3 other main kobolds that you can kind of see are frozen in place and not moving whatsoever. Like maybe little like eyes kind of like going like.
But that's it.
Okay, how are we gonna get out of this?
So I just wanted to make sure because I wasn't in the room when it happened, so I wouldn't have known. Anyway, so making sure about Poppy's knowledge here and what it would influence her decisions. But the one that is aggressive and moving around, I'm going to attempt to hit him.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes with my disadvantage.
Yes.
And you can, I'm sure the shackle's visual.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's like a spectral, you can kind of see the spectral shackle on his legs.
14?
14? That will hit, actually.
Yeah! I was hoping that they were little puny kobolds.
They are little puny kobolds.
Okay, so that's going... Oh, I didn't roll good on the damage. It's going to be a 8
An 8.
of fire damage.
Okay, that hurts. And it cries out, again, yelling out in a language that you don't quite understand.
I don't know what you said, but it sounded like mean words. You attacked us.
And you hear,
And so, yes, that's my turn.
oh, skidoskis. So that will bring us back to the top of the round. So the scale sorcerer, now having Makran, who is directly in front of it. You know what? I've decided. It is a she. So she is going to...
Kobold girl power.
Female of the species.
She's a little larger than the others.
Yep,
Yes,
exactly.
indeed. Oh, yeah.
Okay, she is going to cast... Since there is still a bit of distance between you and her, she is going to cast a firebolt at you.
Got firebolt at whom?
Firebolt at Makran. And it's gonna miss wildly. All right, that will be it for her. And rolling back around to my little minion kobolds. So my minion kobolds, 3 of them are stunned because they have neither been attacked nor have they been shaken out of their stupor yet. So the one that is still active is pointing its arrow between Poppy and Gideon. Poppy and Gideon. Poppy just smacked it with a flaming sword, but you're also the one who did something to its companions. So
And it no longer has pack tactic.
yeah, and it does not have its pack tactics. And figuring that you are the source of the problem, so if it takes you out, then hopefully the problem will go away, right?
Of course.
Kobold logic.
Hey, it worked for Aldonza. Killed her and the magic went away.
So it is going to attempt to shank, and that will be a 17 exactly.
17 misses because of my shield of faith.
All right. So yeah, it basically it gets its little dagger up and it yells out this war cry in this unknown language, and the blow just kind of glances off as you've got this kind of little burst of sunlight.
Hey friends, Kiri here with your Patreon plug of the week. Remember that Patreon helps us get super awesome stuff like sound effects, music, and supporting our cast and crew. But it's not just us getting super awesome stuff. You get some super awesome stuff too, like early access to episodes. You can also listen to our roundtable discussions that we record once a month. You can submit questions for those roundtable discussions. You could take part in DM classes from Ash King, and believe me, they have a lot to teach you. You can also even be a part of a gameplay session with Ash as your DM, which you're gonna want. It's super fun, let me tell you. Even if you can't support us right now on Patreon, because I get it, times are tough, then you can please head over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a review, leave us a rating, recommend us to your friends. All of those things are going to help us just become bigger and better and bring our story to more and more people. So remember, as you go out into the Wild West over this holiday season, to never approach a bull from the front, a horse from the rear, or a fool from any direction.
So Kobold just attempted to attack you, Gideon. Did not quite make it because of the Shield of Faith. My other 4, again, are stunned, so they can't do anything this round. So we will go back to Zonimus.
I will creep up on the closest stunned kobold to me.
Okay, that would be the one that you had shackled previously.
I figured it would be. And I will have at thee.
Have at thee.
Advantage, right? Because they're stuck.
Correct.
Fantastic. Nat 20.
Yikes.
So,
That is definitely a dead kobold.
Poor Gideon trying to follow the ways of Dogga, and then Zonimus comes up right behind him.
sneak attack double?
Oh yeah, everything doubles on a nat 20.
Yes. 10, 19, 22,
Oof.
23,
Seems like overkill.
27.
Stop! He's already dead!
Is there another one right beside him? Within 5
Not
feet?
right beside him, but right beside you.
Okay. For my next trick. Nat 20.
And a 1.
And a 1, yeah.
Well, this other one was not stunned. So,
You were in between the one that was stunned and the one that
Well, all the
wasn't.
ones close to us were stunned because they weren't casters.
No.
The one save it's.
The one.
One save.
One of the
Save.
fighters.
Oh, well, which one are we taking? The 1 or the 20?
go ahead and take that nat 20.
Okay.
Sweet.
Boom.
Oh, she is a good DM
Don't
and a
don't
wise
expect
DM and a benevolent
any
one.
more DM favors. This is
Yeah, you only get
Oh,
the sneak
right,
attack
right.
once.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Still enough to.
Poppy had already hit him.
Yeah, Poppy had already hit him. You just come out of nowhere and come out of the darkness and stab the first one. No problem. Hit an artery. Stab the other one.
Cutting action hide.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna do that.
You were going to cutting action hide?
No, but I was gonna kill that kobold.
Well, so with your. How did you get 2 attacks?
It's a bonus action for the. Oh, you're right. I can't bonus. I can't.
You
bonus
can't do
action
2 bonus
hide, right,
actions,
yeah.
my love.
Oh, okay. Duh.
Hang out
I
with
love
me in
you.
the light of my sword.
So no, you cannot hide
Right.
this
Okay.
round.
Well, then here I am. I am
Mount
the
me,
terror
bro.
that slays the night.
So just to recap, 2 kobolds down.
2 down.
2 regular kobolds left, and then
Everybody
like I
else is
said, we'll
stunned.
call him an inventor and a sorceress.
We have
4 left.
2
Yes.
unstunned and 2 stunned.
Right, and the 2 that are regular kobolds are stunned. The inventor and the sorceress are not stunned.
Correct.
That's my line. All right. So rolling right along to Makran.
Did the inventor get within 5 feet of me?
They already were.
Okay, so then they came when they threw the.
Yeah, in order to get you with the acid without, having issues, they had to get close.
Okay, so then I will pause for a moment to pop the warhammer off and swing. Oh, cheese and crackers. So nope, that is a modified 7.
7. Yeah. You swing, but this little kobold ducks down. And it just looks back up at you with just this glint in its little eyes.
Should have had it in my hand. That way it wouldn't have seen me popping that off.
Anything else you'd like to do?
You know what? And then just because it's Makran, he's gonna move the other 25 feet to the sorcerer.
Okay. So you're going to move up to the sorceress. And is that all you're going to do?
And that's all that I can do. Attack and move.
All right, so the kobold inventor, let's see what he's going to use this round, because he's just got a big old bag of tricks.
On his back.
All right, so that's a 2. So this time, he is actually going to throw a flask of alchemist fire at you.
Come on, miss, and hit your own man. Come on, miss, and hit your own gal.
Well, he gets pack tactics, because you're within 5 feet of one of his allies.
Ah.
All right, 23.
That's a hit.
Okay, so you're going to take 4 points of fire for this round, and you're going to take additional damage at the start of each of your turns.
Okay.
Because you are on fire.
Jump back in the well.
This dwarf is on fire.
Give yourself a poke joke.
Yeah. All right. So that is it for my little inventor kobold. So we'll roll right on to Gideon.
How far away is either kobold? Is either of them within 30 feet?
There's one who's literally right ahead of you, just
Oh,
5
non-stunned.
feet. Non-stunned. The only 2 that are not stunned are the inventor and the sorceress, who are... The inventor is about 35 feet away from you. The sorceress is, again, about 50.
I am going to move 30 feet toward the inventor
Okay.
and I am going to call down some healing from the goddess as I lay hands on myself for, let's go with 10.
Okay. So you heal yourself up for 10. You've got that mystical sunlight glow about you there for a moment. All right.
And that will be it for my turn.
Okay. Poppy.
Okay, I only have a movement speed of 25.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot make it to any unstunned people.
Correct.
How far away is Makran from me?
Makran is actually about 35 feet away from you.
Super inconvenient, my dude.
Sorry.
I'm running out of tricks, guys. Okay, so...
Can you move and get in range, or does it take you out of range of the others, or something you were going to do?
No, well, so see, I know I can't get in a range to hit them, but here's what I'm gonna do. This is about all I can do. Use my full movement and dash to get to Makran.
Okay. So that's your action to dash.
And then I'm just going to hold my water bottle out. He's gonna have to take it from me and try to douse himself. I can't do it.
Actually, do you have the decanter of endless water pulled up on D&D Beyond? You should.
Equipment. Decanter of endless water.
Because there's some cool stuff that thing can do.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. So I'll just go my regular movement, and then I will just geyser him.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You stop burning, but take 1d4.
Because it has this. It's really the only way to get the water as far as I need it to go.
I feel like some type of weird Inigo Montoya moment where it's like, I'm fine, stop.
So
how come every fight ends up with you getting Makran doused with water?
You do have to make a DC 13 strength saving throw, or else you're going to fall down.
That's awesome.
Because he never falls down in combat. He's never on the ground.
God.
I'm so sorry.
Dice, you are done from me. I've rolled a natural 2. Oh my God.
And
Someone
honestly,
fire.
Are you going to make me give him damage?
That's awesome.
It is just 1d4 worth of bludgeoning.
Just 2. You took 2 damage.
2 points of damage.
And he
But at
falls
least I'm
prone.
not on fire. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
And if there were any loose objects, they would be moved around, but there's not. So as far as we know, at least.
I love this picture.
But does it put the fire out?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank God.
I was gonna be so mad if it was an oil fire.
it's like you're hitting him with a fire hose. So, and it's hitting him so fast and so hard.
Let the record show.
Up there. He's on fire, like, but he's still gonna hit the sorcerer, raises the warhammer, and then
Let the record.
I can help.
This is the second time that Poppy has saved Makran with this water bottle.
With the water skin of endless water.
Yep.
Save is a strong word.
And I will say that was fresh water, just because it says I can choose.
Yes.
So if you want to open your mouth, you can get a drink as well.
that's actually really brilliant. That was a really good move.
2020.
And that's my turn.
My entire year.
Back to the sorcerer. Who she just kind of looks at. She basically kind of ducked down behind this rubble that she had jumped up on in order to avoid getting fire hosed. But as she sees that Makran has fallen prone.
Geyser's the only one that would reach 30 feet away, and that I had to get at least 15 feet away. I was double checking that my math was right. So okay. I didn't hurt him unnecessarily, audience.
So, seeing that Makran is prone, she's actually going to ignore him for a moment as she summons up 3 little motes of fire and sends one each at Zonimus, Gideon, and Poppy. So, 1 for...
How rude.
Yep. 1 for Poppy. Okay, so that'll be a 17 for Poppy.
On him.
Okay. So 1 ray shoots out.
Is she within 5 feet of me? No, she's not.
No.
She's 15 feet away.
Yep. So you're going to take 7 points of fire damage, Poppy.
That's fine.
The next one is going to shoot out for Gideon. Oop, with a natural 20.
Ooh. Gonna need a new Gideon.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of fire damage. All right.
Oh, it's still standing?
Thank goodness I
Because
put
he
the lay of
healed
hands.
himself?
The lay of
Oh,
my
right,
hands.
right, yeah. Phew.
All right, and then Xonimus, the last one, comes streaking towards you with a 16.
16?
16.
Barely.
Wait a minute. Is he within 5 feet of me? Because we were both in the
My
doorway.
first target was the one that was...
Yeah, because you
Oh,
haven't.
no, because I went to the inventor.
You moved.
I moved to the
Right.
inventor.
You moved to the
First you-
inventor, so
That's a good move.
that's 3 points
Okay.
for you, Xonimus.
I can take it.
That will bring us to, well, it would have brought me to my other kobolds, but they are still stunned as none of their allies have had a chance to go over and kick them in order to get them back into the fight. So, we will move right along then to Xonimus.
All right. Next closest stunned kobold.
Okay.
24, 25?
Will hit.
20 something?
20 some odd.
4, 8, 16.
16. Okay. Yes, that is an ex-kobold.
And are all the stunned ones gone now?
There is one left on the other side of the room.
I'm going to now stealth mode.
Stealth mode. Okay, give me that stealth check.
10.
10. Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
you make an attempt, but everything's just going so crazy that it's hard to find like
Okay.
somewhere to just hide.
Still take my move action.
Okay.
And start moving towards the one that is stunned.
Okay. You can actually get right up to it
Okay.
with
Well, I use my
just
bonus
your
action to try the stealth.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you are
I'm on
you
him.
are out of actions.
I'm on him, he can't do anything.
Okay.
Stick my tongue out.
Alrighty, Macron. You can stand back up using half your movement.
Indeed, he will do that. Stand
But you're
back
not
up.
on fire.
I'm not on fire anymore. I was being a very helpful dwarven torch for you so you could see there for just a moment.
I have my flame blade.
Oh, that's right. You have flame
How did
blade
we
going
miss the dwarf? The dwarf. The dwarf is on fire.
That's what I thought in my, but you guys went Beyonce, so I just
No,
let
that
you-
was Adele.
I'm sorry, you went Adele. So
I am going to stand back up, ignoring all these, wishful bards in the background. And take a swing with the good old Warhammer. And a modified 17.
17. Okay. Yes, this will hit the sorceress.
Yay! And two-handed for 7 points of damage.
7 points? Okay. Yep, she will take it with a grunt and a hiss. And that will lead us back to the Kobold Inventor, who now has a choice between, do I attack the blonde elf, or do I attack the dwarf who is going after the sorceress?
Blonde elf or soggy dwarf?
There's
also the
he's the soggy bottom boy.
There's also the guy that's taking out your whole crew
This is true.
with the assistance of the stun. I like it.
I am a dwarf.
You just gave me advantage on all my rolls against them, so I'm just ping-ponging.
Yes, I am.
So we're gonna just roll a d8 and see what this inventor pulls out of his bag. D6. It's a scorpion on a stick. So he scorpion on a stick. And so it's going to be a choice between Gideon and Macron, because you were the only two within melee range. So Macron or Gideon. So a 1, 2, a 3, or 4. Hey, it's a 1. So Macron, scorpion on a stick.
You're being serious, aren't you? It's legitimately a scorpion tied to a stick.
It's a scorpion on a stick.
Okay,
It's shoving that.
you're just gonna hit him with it.
Yep.
He's
Okay.
the victor.
Okay, that'll be a 19.
Oh, it's yes.
Okay, and then, so it's 1 point of piercing as the scorpion's little tail just goes bink, but I do need a constitution saving throw.
Here's how I
Is
pictured
it poison?
It's versus poison damage.
All right, so I do get advantage on saving throws against poison. So if that matters.
Yes.
I imagine that he holds
right.
out the stick next to Macron's head, says something in a language we can't understand that I assume means "get him, boys," and he just dink, dink, and then clips his little pincers happily.
Very cool. So the Constitution save is a modified 19.
Okay, so that will pass. So you're only going to take half of the damage, which I
And-
rolled.
Dwarves have resistance against poison damage.
Okay.
So is it halved again?
Yes, so it'd be half
Okay.
of half. So it started at 6, it goes down to 3, and then it goes down to 1.
All right.
So 1 point of piercing, 1 point of poison. So think. And then, then the kobold just brings the stick back and is like,
It didn't work as well as he planned. It was a
wait,
better
that's it.
theory.
and sticks it back in his bag.
Steve the Scorpion's just doing his best.
I kind of like this guy. Can we let him live?
I just want his bag.
Oh, right. So that was my kobold inventor. Gideon.
Gideon's gonna go after that kobold inventor. Could I move to what I want to do is I want to move to where I am within 5 feet of Macron as I attack the kobold inventor.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm at disadvantage.
Yes, because of the fear.
Because we are still afeared.
2 and a 20. Just saying. And I'm 1 level away from my multi-attack, so I just think I'll sit here and wallow in my sadness.
Just think about how scared you are. We really shouldn't be here.
Hello, darkness, my old.
All right. So, Poppy.
I guess I'll try to hit the inventor.
Okay.
See how that goes. Oh, double 14s.
Okay.
And then plus my 5, so 19 to hit. I do have to use my bonus action to retain my flame blade. So let the record show. I'm aware of that. That's going to 16.
16. Nice. Yes, that is definitely an ouchie on the inventor.
That's a really nice bag. Where'd you get it? I would like it, please. Thank you. And then I hit him.
He just protectively holds his bag behind him.
I want that bag. It's got stuff in it.
All right, I'm gonna roll back around to the kobold sorcerer, who is basically going to rinse and repeat with that scorching ray. This time, it's gonna go for Poppy, Macron, and Gideon. So Poppy, first one at you. You guys are all within.
We're all next to each other because we all just attacked the same guy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, so you're all within 5 feet of the ally. So
I'm gonna give Poppy the disadvantage on Poppy.
okay. So that would only be a 10 for Poppy.
misses.
So that misses. So the next one going for Macron.
I mean, you probably should have saved Makran. He has less hit points than me.
It's a knee-jerk reaction. I'm gonna go and protect him.
If I can protect.
It's gonna be a 21, Macron.
Oh, that's a hit again.
She is just smacking me with this.
She's got your number.
It's like the magic is pulled to his body for some reason.
All right, and that's gonna be 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next one, Gideon, coming for you. That's another natural 20 on you. My dice have it out for you today. I don't know what's going on, man. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of fire damage.
Good news is I'm no longer frightened. Bad news, I am unconscious.
That's fine. This is why I set aside 2 spells.
There is one of the regular kobolds remaining, but he is stunned. So, Zani,
I'm at the stunned kobold.
you are at the stunned kobold.
I'm going to unstun him with death,
With death,
hopefully. So, 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. And then 10, 14 again.
14 will, yeah, that is ex-kobold.
And then I will bonus action hide.
Okay.
19.
19?
And then I'm going to use my move action to. So everyone's around the inventor. He's not going to live to my next.
Probably not, but, you know.
Is he all that's left?
And
Him and the sorceress.
Okay. I'm going to move to the sorceress.
Okay.
If I can, within the movement I have. As close as I
Let's
can.
see here. So,
And then-
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can actually get, like, pretty much right next to her.
Only she doesn't know
She
That's my turn.
seems to be too focused on your allies to notice you.
Is she focused on her one ally?
On
Because she only has one left.
Well, she's focused on her ally, but also the fact that, the other two now are kind of, they're also pretty close. So
What was on Zonimus's hide check? What was his number?
19.
19. Just wondering if I saw you coming up the other side of the rubble or anything like that. So.
It's not looking very good for Gideon.
I'm dying over here.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Rub some dirt in it.
I've been unconscious several times. It's no big deal. I mean, I wouldn't lose some blood like that, but...
All right, folks. Well, join us next time. We'll find out what's going to happen to everyone's beloved paladin.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier, is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Macron Stoneshaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our sound producer is Mark Coughran. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D and share us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and reddirtdnd.com. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.